Right, here we go then. This is the Polyend Tracker, my artist edition version that has been designed with the face panel to look like the old Amiga. If you don't know, the technology that this sequencer uses is an old school tracker sequencer where music is put together in blocks, and it's something that I've been using for years, using the old Amiga 500 and the 1200 with Octamed, and it's a similar software setup. So this is my artist edition. I've even got the vents in there to look like the Amiga, Commodore lines in, obviously the branded name. What I've put into this machine is a load of samples in a jungle and hardcore fashion. Right? Anyway, so I've made some pads and strings, stabs, bass, breaks, one-shots, effects and vocals, Commodore 64 sounds, and synth tones that can be used like wavetable bits. So I just wanted to go through and have a look at some of the sounds on it just to showcase what it's got in there. Let's have a look. We'll just preview a few of the string sounds. Classic rave string stuff. And then it's easy enough to just load these up into the sequencer itself, and then you can just flick through the instruments, so you can then play them on the keyboard here. So you've got, and then change it up. Massive. All these are being made on my outboard synths and put together and synthesized, so it comes straight with the artist edition, and then you can use them however you want. Let's have a look at some of the other bits in there. So there's loads of stabs, if you just have a little look at these. Pure bangers. Oh yeah, let's load that in. Also, even there's like little riffs in there that I've made, so this is me just playing an old school hardcore piano. Hands in the air. Goes on and on. Of course, there's bass sounds as well. I've got some of the subs out of the Akai samplers that I use. Some 808s, some distorted bits, classic DX100 FM bass, Hoovers, all the bass sounds you'd ever need really. Of course, loads of drums as well. Few 8-bit Amiga pieces. You know, there's so many, it goes on and on. One-shot drums, always useful. Loads of bass drums, claps, hi-hats, etc. Effects and vocals. My favourite one in here is I had to get my dad on the project, so if you listen to this.
You at the back.
That's my dad. Loads of effects, amazing for breakdowns. Because of the nature of it as well, it's like based on the Amiga and the Commodore. I wanted to use Commodore 64 sounds. These are straight off the SID chip, useful for breakdowns and stabs as well. Also, the Commodore 64 SID chip just for bass. Listen to this. Rago. So that's a great little folder, as well as 64 sounds, and then there's just a load of synth tones that are always useful. Classic bits. So I've got to give a massive shout out to Polyend. I mean, I love this machine. It's just incredible for chopping up beats. I'm just going to play another tune now that I've made on it. The tracker itself comes with 4 projects that I've made, 4 tracks that are going to get released on vinyl as well when you buy the machine. And yeah, you can break down those tracks in the Polyend and use any of the samples that are in there as well, and just see how they've been put together in the sequencer, etc. So yeah, here's another song that was made in the Polyend. Have a little look at this now, have a listen. Anyway, yeah, shout out to everyone who's been buying it so far, and keep sending me the videos of the tunes that you're making with this machine. Anyway, big up Polyend, here we go.